Hello there guys, a little bit of housekeeping to do before we get into it. Couple of awards now for our players in December. Jason Cummings winning the Player of the Month award, 7 appearances, 5 goals, 7.59 average rating. Amazing month for Jason Cummings. And then Leo winning the Young Player of the Month as well, 6 appearances, 3 goals, 7.45 average rating. Did I win the Manager's Award? No, I didn't. No. Steve Clark won it for Fulham. We came third though, so not too bad. Today, start of the transfer window, Wigan in the league, Reading in the FA Cup, and any transfer news that comes as well. Roll the titles. Welcome back guys to another episode of Upon This Rock. We have literally only played one game since we last met, and that was a home tie against Rotherham. A 1-0 win. Jason Cummings with the goal on the 68th minute. 17 shots, 8 on target, 52% possession. This was probably not a dominant performance compared to the stats, purely because I was playing a new tactic, which I'll get onto in 2 seconds, because we're playing it in this game because we're away from home at Wigan for the first game. So that's literally the only game we've played. So the tactic, I have had a little play around with stuff. So what I've done is, this is the tactic we usually play when we're kind of at home and on form. Wing backs push up, 2 ball playing defenders, attacking midfielder there in the middle as well. So what I've done is, I've pushed the back four to a flat back 4, so full back support on both of the wings, and then central defenders are just central defenders as defend. I've also pushed the attacking midfielder back just a smidge, and then put him as an advanced playmaker on attack. Kept the CM on defend and box-to-box midfielder on support. And I've changed the wingers, so instead of being wingers on support, they're actually inside forwards on support as well. And on the instructions, I've kept control and fluid because I think that works for our team. And then what I've done is playing fairly wide. We're looking for the overlap purely because if the inside forwards are going in, these are going to be pushing on when they can. So we're going to be playing fairly wide and get the balls out to them as well. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that works. We did play it against Rotherham. Worked okay. I played it for about 70 to 80 minutes. 1-0 up. I then reverted back to my old tactic. So, going to go into this game against Wigan now. So this is the team we're going for. We're playing a little bit of a rotated side and a little bit less conditioning side, purely because the game against Rotherham was 2 days ago. I'll show you on the schedule here. See, the 30th of December, and we're actually on the 1st of Jan 2018 now. So, literally day's break, and we're back into another game. So we're going to go for Jonathan Flatt in goal. We're going to go Kavanagh, Baldwin, Oxford and Williams at right back. We're going to go Boswick in the central midfielder role, Gribbin as the attacking playmaker, and Forrester as the box-to-box. We've got Taylor on the left as an inside forward, and we've got Madison on the right, and then Cummings up top. Cummings now at 13 goals in 23 games, 7.21 rating. Awesome performance from Jason Cummings, and his attributes still keep going up. And he's also got another half a star of potential there. So awesome stuff from Jason this season. On the bench, Jerome Binnon Williams, Hayden White, Guyon Edwards, Max Clayton, João Teixeira, Lee Angol and Shaquille Colhurst. Let's see if this new tactic carries on with the good form that it showed against Rotherham. So we're going to play in a 4-1-2-2-1, so 4-3-3. Players to look out for. Sam Morsey on the base, Max Power in the middle, Ryan Kent on loan from Liverpool. Really good winger on the game if you are looking for a good young winger to get in on loan. Dave Nugent up top, you know, all know what Dave Nugent's about. Scores goals for fun in the Championship. Anybody on the bench? Jordi Gomez, still a great player. Will Grigg, as always on fire. Let's see if this new formation can do the trick for us on our away days, because they've been the ones that are really causing us issues at the minute. The away form. Last couple of games anyway, so let's see what we can do. You can see at the top, that win against Rotherham did put us level on points with Swansea and Norwich at the top of the table, which is awesome to see. But as I said before, don't really want to go up, not yet anyway, to be fair. Don't really want to go up just yet. So Baldwin now over to Taylor. Taylor's going to drive that in, but what I really want to see is Kavanagh push on there, but good tackle by Forrester. He's going to break. Cummings now surrounded by the Wigan defence. Very long highlight this. Very long highlight. Only kind of 2 minutes into the game. Hopefully we can get something from it. Madison now into Forrester. Back to Gribbin. Gribbin's pushing forward. Gribbin. Oh, great save there by Wilson. Great drive forward from Callum Gribbin there. He's been a great little player for us this season on loan from Manchester United. 10 minutes gone in the game now. Nugent on this left-hand side over to Kent. Kent drives it into McDonald, but that's a great tackle from Gribbin, doing his defensive work there as well. Morsey now to Power. Power, sensible player from Wigan, keeping hold of the ball. Great through ball from Max Power. Burn into Nugent. That's 1-0 to Wigan. Well, I think we've been on the front foot really for the first 10 minutes, but Wigan have broken there. Great ball from Max Power into Burn, and he brings it back to Dave Nugent. And he does what he does best, and that's score goals. So here we go, Max Power, through ball there. Kavanagh just ball watching a little bit. Burn cuts it back, and Dave Nugent's there to finish the move off. Great goal there from Wigan, unfortunately for us. Kavanagh now, highlight, straight after the highlight. Gribbin whipping it in. Oh, it's hit the bar. Forrester to top it out. Yeah, brilliant goal from Forrester. I didn't think it was going to fall for us. We hit the bar, but Forrester was there to latch onto it. So Gribbin now, ball in. No one really at the back post. Williams just knocks it back, hits one of the Wigan players, hits the bar, and then Forrester's there just to tap it in. That's 1-1. We come back on to level terms straight away. Good to see from the boys. Gribbin surrounded by players. May need to possibly go a little bit wider. Cummins into that. Oh, what a goal by Jason Cummins. That's his 14th goal of the season. Wasn't expecting that at all. It was an early shot, and I don't think the keeper was expecting it either. Great through ball from Chris Forrester. Gribbin now surrounded by defenders. Forrester just plays it into that channel for Cummins, and Cummins no backlift and just hits a right-footed shot into the far corner. Beats the goalkeeper. That's 2-1 to the Posh. That's his 14th goal for the season. Coming into the last 10 minutes now, the first half. Keeping the ball nice and patiently here, the Posh. Wigan are actually down at the 24th, so the bottom of the league. Cummins now into that channel again. Cummins makes it 3-1 to Peterborough United. That link up again between Chris Forrester and Jason Cummins is paying dividends for us. That's his 15th goal of the season. Lovely through ball there from Chris Forrester, putting it into the channel for Cummins to run on. Here we go, Chris Forrester. Through ball to Jason Cummins, and near post shot. Keeper shouldn't really get beaten in the near post just there, but it's 3-1 to Peterborough United. Lovely, lovely stuff. But Wigan have come straight back at us. Burn now whips it in, and that's an own goal by Jack Baldwin. When you think you've just got enough to be 2-goal lead, the game comes back and bites you in the arse. So Burn on this right hand side just drives the ball in, and it just hits Jack Baldwin on the inside of the left foot and trickles in flat. Really had no chance there, and it's now 3-2. Here we go. Williams throw into Gribbin to Madison, but Kent's done his defensive duties there. Now Nugent, but Oxford tried to nick the ball off him but couldn't. But Kavanagh's there. Great defensive work from Sean. Pushes it through to Taylor. Taylor now driving forward. Through to Cummins. Cummins makes it 4-2 to the Posh. And that's his hat-trick now. Awesome performance from Jason Cummins. 16th goal of the season. 2-goal lead. Hopefully this standard fluid now will just settle us down a little bit, and we won't be pushing to control the game too much. Cummins now. What a finish that is. Low and hard into the bottom right-hand corner. 4-2 to Peterborough United. Boys we need to look out for in the second half. We're looking at Gribbin and Boswick, and even Jordan Williams as right back as well. As don't want any more injuries, especially going into second half of the season. Going to tell him not to get complacent. There's a lot more to come from him as well. Hitting a 7.31 for that first half. Oh, Cummins makes it 5-2. It was the opening highlight. I wasn't really commentating, but if I just show you this passage of play for the whole of the second half, let's just bring this back. So this is literally the whole highlight. So opening highlight of the half, you don't really expect much. Wigan kick off, push it through to Nugent. Oxford nicks it off him. Boswick and Baldwin just exchange passes. Flat now, coming driving forward. Max Power launches it forward, but Jordan Williams, great defensive work there. Now Madison plays into Forrester. Forrester into Gribbin. Cummins over this left-hand side, and he's surrounded by players here. Passes it back to Boswick. Boswick to Taylor, and Taylor pushes this great through ball from Kavanagh to Kavanagh. Kavanagh pushes it into the near post, and Cummins is there to make it 5-2. It's his fourth goal of the game. 17th goal of the season. Wasn't commentating first time around because I don't really expect anything from the opening highlights. But it's now 5-2 to the Posh. Taylor now, lovely little back heel there. Kavanagh drives it into the box, and Cummins there, arriving late, slamming it in. 5-2 to the Posh. Lovely finish there from the boys. Gribbin, he takes his man on there, fantastic. driving him forward, but not a great effort from Callum, but lovely little jink there to get past his marker. So put Hayden White on the right back. I've gone back to the normal 4-2-3-1 just to bring João Teixeira on for Callum Gribbin, because João can't play as deep as Gribbin does. And I am going to go back down to standard because that was working for us. 20 minutes to go in this first game of the episode. It's been action-packed game. This game has. Wasn't expecting it to bring 7 goals into us, but Cummins now holds that ball up well, but he's just surrounded by Wigan defenders and midfielders. Hayden White doesn't do enough there. Kent now on the left-hand side pulls it back to Burn, and that's now 5-3. What an absolute humdinger of a game here. Great ball from Kent. Just here we go. Kent on this left-hand side does White for pace. He pulls it back, and Burn is there just to slot it home. That's now 5-3. Defensively, not the best game, but for the neutral, it's a great effort. Jason Cummins on a 9.7, 4 goals today from him. Forrester a goal and 2 assists. That's an 8.9. Playing some excellent football on this kind of new hybrid tactic that we've got. Kavanagh now over to João. João into Maddison. Patient play through to Forrester. Forrester, oh, he hits the bar, and Warnock's there just to head it away because Paul Taylor was waiting to pounce. Maddison free kick. 10 minutes to go. It's hit the wall. It's hit the bar, and it gets cleared by Craig Morgan, ex-Posh as well. Chances galore here. 29 shots we've had on, 14 on target, 4 block shots, 3 off the woodwork, but apparently we've had no clear-cut chances, and yet we've scored 5 goals. 59% possession, 82% pass completion, which is awesome stuff. Keeping hold of the ball, no one doing anything silly with it. Last couple of minutes now, up to Nugent, but Baldwin has handled the ball. He's on a yellow card already. That'll be his second yellow, and he is off. So he will miss the FA Cup game against Reading. Shut this game down now. Now we're down to 10 men. We've got a 2-goal lead going into the last 2 minutes. Shutting the game down, defensive, bringing everybody back. No one really wanting to go forward, sticking to their positions. Will hit highly structured as well, and that's it. 5-3. What a game that was. Jason Cummins with 4, Chris Forrester with 1. New tactic seems to be working, but we might need to tweak it every now and again. But yeah, great effort from the boys. Next up, as I said, will be Reading in the FA Cup. We're away from home, so we're at the Majeski Stadium for that, and I'll be back with you in 2 seconds. Right then, guys, this is the game against Reading in the FA Cup, 3rd round. This is the team we're going to go for. We're going to go for Jonathan Flatt in goal, Kavanagh, Williams, Oxford and White because Baldwin is suspended. Forrester in the CM role. De Silva Lopez comes back in after injury and the attacking playmaker role, and Anderson as the box-to-box. Clayton on the left, Maddison on the right, Cummings up top. I do really want them to pick up where they left off because attacking wise we were absolutely amazing. Defensively, not the best. So let's see if we can sort this out and go forward in the FA Cup. We kick off. I'm not going to make the mistake last time where I wasn't commentating on the opening highlight, but there we go. 5 minutes in now. First proper highlight. Clayton flicks it onto Cummins. Great pace by Jason Cummins there. Gets ahead of number 5 for Reading. Flicks it in, but no one's really there, and they're just going to play it out nice and easy. Oxford, great header there, beating Weir. They're going to play it long to Rodriguez. I think they've got on loan from Everton. Another good young prospect in the game. Kavanagh now on the left as left back. Over to Clayton. He's going to drive in. Cummins now just holding up the ball. Passes it out to Maddison. Maddison, De Silva Lopez, Leo into Anderson. Anderson makes it 1-0 to the Posh after 6 minutes. We could be going through to the cup here. That's only his 2nd goal of the season, but lovely little hold-up play. Passing and moving move there. Maddison now into Leo. Leo pushes it forward to Anderson, swivels on a sixpence and slots it into that corner there. Bond did get a hand to it, but he makes it 1-0 to the Posh Anderson. Maddison now driving inside on the right hand side, whips a great ball over to Clayton. Clayton now to Forrester. Forrester back to Clayton into Cummins, but Cooper gets there. Leo picks it up over to Anderson. Anderson over to Maddison. Maddison left foot. Oh, he's got a rocket at left foot. Pushes out to White. White crossing it into Cummins, but Cummins just couldn't get there. Now they break. Weir straight over the top to Rodriguez, but Hayden White gets there, but he gives away a penalty. We were stretching there, and Hayden White tried to get back, but he did give away a penalty there. This is going to be only their second shot on target in the first 8 minutes of the game. They do break on us, so I am going to knock that down to standard. Who's taking the penalty for them? It is McCleary. But Flack comes up big. That's a massive save for Jonathan Flack. That keeps it 1-0 to the Posh. Keeps us in the lead in the FA Cup, but doesn't really get anywhere. Oxford, great mopping up there. Over to Anderson. To Maddison. Oh, that's just how I want the tactic to play. Anderson now into De Silva Lopez, into Clayton. That's 2-0 to the Posh. Lovely, lovely play there from the boys. You can see the tactic working absolutely perfectly. So Maddison was here, pushed it out to Hayden White. Lovely ball. So Hayden White whips it in, comes to Anderson, comes to De Silva Lopez, Cummins with the support from Clayton on the left, coming in because he's an inside forward, and Clayton opens his body up. No idea what that celebration is, and that is now 2-0 to the Posh after 25 minutes. 10 minutes before half time. Tackle through to Rodriguez, but Flat is big again. Kavanagh made a great tackle there, but it just pushed the ball through to Rodriguez, who latched onto it, but Flat comes big. Don't want their kind of performance to drop. Just going to rile them up here. So other performances, you've got Cummins on a 7.1, Max Clayton at a 7.4, Leo and Jermaine 7.7 and 7.0, Kavanagh at 7.3. So all of the young players are playing really, really well, playing out of their skin at the minute. 10 minutes gone in the second half, nothing's really happened. Complete contrast from the first game that we had. 8 goals. This is now only 2 goals. 15 minutes left of the half. 3 subs made. 15 minutes to go. 2-0 up. We are now coming into the last minute of the game. Moore with a massive throw-in over to Samuel, but Flat is big again. We've dominated the game. 20 shots, 13 on target, 80+% possession, pass completion. 60% possession. All in all, this tactic, I think we've mastered the away tactic now. At home, I'm going to continue to play the 4-2-3-1, but I think away from home, using this 4-3-2-1, so kind of like a hybrid 4-3-3. I think it absolutely works because that attacking midfielder, the attacking playmaker, just pushes forward a little bit. The inside forwards give Cummings a little bit more help, a little bit more support in the middle there, and then the wing backs play on the outside. So awesome to see. The FA Cup draws literally tomorrow, or the next couple of days. So I'm going to forward on to the FA Cup draw 4th round, and let's see who we get. So FA Cup 4th round draw. Let's see who we get. Let's crack on with the teams. And we have got Bournemouth away. Other big ties there, you're looking at West Brom Norwich is pretty big. Wolves and Villa have got to go to a replay. Stoke or Ipswich versus Arsenal. Middlesbrough Man United. Tottenham beat City in the 3rd round. They play Newcastle away. Liverpool West Ham. All in all, lots of Premier League teams playing other Premier League teams. So if we continue to go forward, that'll be great. We have got a tough away tie at Bournemouth. That'll be a big test for us. First time we've come up against Premier League opposition. Yeah, I'll still do the 3 games. We've got the second half of the transfer window. We've got Swansea, Fulham, Bournemouth and Bristol City. I'm going to bring you highlights of all 4 games next episode, plus also any transfer dealings that we're doing at the minute as well. We've already got 1 transfer dealing. That's Lee Angol. He's gone out on loan. Hasn't had much time with me this season. Only really played 5 games, 6.72. Hasn't scored a goal for me. So I've sent him out to Inverness Caledonian Thistle just to get his morale up, get his goal scoring going, and hopefully when he comes back next season, he'll be a changed man. As you can see here on the squad, I've got lots of people that are wanting my top players. So Leo's still wanted, Chris Forrester, Jermaine Anderson and Jack Baldwin. All of those players I'm hoping to keep hold of. Fingers crossed anyway. And that's it from today. Please do leave the episode a like if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss out on any more content going forward. And until the 4 match highlight episode and the second part of the transfer window, I'll see you soon.